environmental issues and promoting greener lifestyle alternatives are at the heart of Green TV. The channel has grown so much since its conception 2.5 years ago that it is relaunching its website with the latest technology to help its audience enjoy a more immersive experience. Content includes interviews, debates and viral campaigns from green organisations, as well as short films produced by the company. Green TV has built up partnerships with virtually every main environmental organisation in the world.
All of the content on Green TV is environmental film content. And we do have, unlike a conventional broadcaster, we have a campaigning remit, so we're interested in promoting green ideas. In terms of the kind of content we have on Green TV, most of it is aggregated from our partners, i.e. we show content that comes to us from our partners. We do produce a small amount of content ourselves, which tends to be more lifestyle, popular, engaging content.
Funded by eco-conscious sponsors and advertisers, Green TV is purely a web-based channel, and its site has generated so much interest it has turned down offers to expand into conventional broadcast channels. Instead, it has improved the site, offering all its content as downloadable video podcasts and creating a social networking facility so the audience can have live debates about the issues being raised. There are also new links to other environmental websites for people who want to find out more about particular subjects.
Green TV launched 2.5 years ago. At that time, the idea of online television channels was still in its infancy. YouTube wasn't the household name that it's become now. So at the time it was quite a gamble. We had a lot of difficulty explaining to potential partners that actually television on the internet would be a new medium that people would turn to. So that's when the Green TV project started, and that's the kind of direction of travel that we took.
Out in the field, members of the Green TV production team are working on their latest story. The Science of Survival at London Science Museum is an interactive new exhibition that provides a glimpse into what 2050 will be like and explores sustainable ways for people to survive in a changing planet.
We're here at the Science of Survival exhibition, which is a fantastic interactive exhibition where all the family can get involved. And it's basically showing you how, when you choose to live your life a certain way, how it's going to impact your community and the world as well. It's really interesting. There's different activities with regards to how you're going to get your water in the year 2050 to how you're going to get around your town in 2050. It's very, very interesting.
Inspiring a younger audience and making environmental issues more accessible is a key part of the work at Green TV. The Science of Survival attracted their attention as it explores the vital issues of global resources such as food, energy and water, climate change and the options available for a sustainable future. Interactive exhibits encourage visitors to make their own choices and see what impact these would have on life in 2050. Prior to the shoot, the team researched the exhibits before returning with their presenter to do interviews and produce a fun and informative meeting.
We want to ask the big questions in science and technology. And the opportunity to work with Green TV, I think, came up because it's very important to us that climate change isn't just looked upon as a serious issue that only adults can be involved in. We are for kids and families, we're also for adults, but a very important strand in this debate is what people want the future to be like. So for us, we feel that engaging kids and getting them involved in looking at how, not only how complex the choices are, but how sustainability itself is not one answer. So by doing this, we want to make it fun. And all the interactives that we have here, it's a lot of what Green TV tries to do, is making really big issues accessible to people.
Back at the Green TV studios in London's Covent Garden, the raw footage is edited to make a 3-minute story, which is then uploaded onto the website. Most of the staff are multi-skilled and can direct, produce and edit, so will carry out different roles on each task.
We'll select a story that seems like it's quite fun and maybe quite lifestyle involved. It tends to have to be London or UK based, just because we don't have the resources to have an international crew, and probably something that's quite zeitgeisty and quite newsworthy. And what we'll do is we'll do a bit of research on the story, we'll speak to different people there, we'll do preliminary interviews, and then what we'll do is to write a shooting script, and then we'll go there with the presenter and we'll get lots of images of the main things that are there, the main aspects, and then we'll have the interviewer doing the interviews, which tend to be maybe 1 or 2 minutes each, because the whole programme will only be 2 or 3 minutes, very short, like a magazine style item. So yeah, and we try and do 1 or 2 of those a month.
150 bottles of Lucozade, 150 frozen chickens, 18 bottles of wine, a caseload of chocolate, which we had to
A
dump it
recent
out.
story produced by the team was on free goods. The film explores this growing trend where people avoid buying anything and survive by recycling everything from food to furniture from rubbish bins. It is a stand against material culture and the huge amount of unnecessary waste that is damaging the environment.
Now we're at the stage where we have over 250,000 visits a month. We also syndicate our content out to some of the internet's biggest channels, so our content goes out to iTunes as a video podcast, to MSN, to Tiscali, to MySpace TV, and to the independent newspaper's online edition. So through those syndication partnerships we have an extremely large audience.
Green TV provides a platform for pressure groups and green activists to get their message out without the constraints of conventional broadcasting. A key partnership with WWF means Green TV is the first port of call for all of their videos.
A neighborly day for a beauty, would you be mine? Please won't you be my neighbor?
Over the last 20 years, we've actually used film to inform, influence and inspire people to connect with nature. And Green TV, based in the UK, probably started off the world's first environmental broadcasters online. And the partnership with WWF will actually help us to reach out to a wider audience. We have a lot of evidence of the environmental threats and also the solutions. And having an online presence with Green TV will actually help us to reach out to those audiences so that we can show them the evidence of our work out in the field and equally get them to have a think about changing their lifestyles.
WWF is one of the world's biggest environmental organisations. With offices in 90 countries around the world, it works to inform people about a diverse range of threats, such as species extinction, deforestation, habitat destruction, and climate change. Demonstrating practical solutions to threats and inspiring others to do the same is an area where it feels online television can play a key role.
People these days, whether they're doing it through work or at home, they are downloading videos because they actually want to get to the truth themselves. We can actually look at the traditional broadcast television models where, if you like, a lot of the content is filtered and it's scheduled for us. That's fine, we can work side by side with that. But we see the environmental sort of channel that Green TV provides as being a really useful and being a really effective way for us to speak directly with audiences and to let them kind of see some of the work that we're doing and to see the results of that as well. I mean, I do want to emphasise that okay, there are a lot of environmental threats in the world, but WWF really wants to lead the way in providing constructive solutions, and we hope that video will actually show that to audiences.
The big direction of travel that we're taking with Green TV at the moment is to push into the United States. So we have a consultant in the States who's bringing on board all of the big green groups in the US. We're also hoping to launch a commercial variant of Green TV, which will be the shopping channel version of Green TV. So instead of watching engaging documentaries as people do at the moment, it's watching engaging consumer-oriented content which leads through to a purchasing mechanism. We also have international partners in Germany and Japan, and we're interested in new international partnerships too.
Through its online presence, Green TV reaches a diverse audience across the globe, educating, inspiring and campaigning for the conservation
If we don't stop the sea level rising, millions of people will be in danger.
Means Green
I
TV
won't
is
be
fast
here when
becoming
that
an
happens.
international name.
But you
With climate
and your
change an
children,
ever-increasing
well,
threat, Green TV plays an important role in raising awareness and promoting sustainability, encouraging us to tackle global warming and preserve our planet for future generations.